Hey friends, it's Michele here. So I wanted to get on and give a little insight into something that I have only been informed of through this past week. So on Friday, a week ago today, so today's Friday, last Friday, I had some blood work done. And I got my blood work back and all of my numbers was great. Cholesterol was great. Everything was green except my calcium level was had been normal, and then it was up like off the charts. So the doctor called. I didn't think nothing about it. I immediately went and Googled what would cause your calcium levels to be high. And it said your parathyroid could cause that. It said dehydration, being on the ketogenic diet could cause that. And what was the other thing? There was something else that it said could cause it. Taking calcium supplements could cause that. So I didn't think nothing about it. I was like, okay, well, I already know. I'm on the ketogenic diet. Actually, I'm keto carnivore. So I'm on the ketogenic diet. I know that I'm dehydrated. I'm constantly trying to drink enough water or drink enough fluids to, stop dehydration. So I know I'm dehydrated. And the night before I went for my blood draw, I had gotten some indigestion or heartburn. I had gotten heartburn. So I went and I took 2 Tums, which is pure calcium. So I took 2 Tum calcium. And earlier that night, and I never do this, I also made myself an iced coffee. Well, I'm on keto, so I didn't want to put milk in my iced coffee. I put straight heavy cream in it. So I had a lot of factors that factored into this high calcium number. So I've not really been concerned. But the doctor called me, and I guess it was on Monday, the doctor called, or the doctor's nurse called, and they said that my doctor wanted me to avoid calcium this week, don't eat calcium-rich foods, and to come back in later in the week. They wanted to draw my blood again and do the test again. So I did that. I watched all calcium intake all week long, and I went today for my blood draw. So she said that it'll probably be Monday or Tuesday before we know everything, because she's really going to dig into this blood draw to see if she can find the reason why my calcium level was so high. I really think that my calcium level, when she tested, it's probably going to be back to normal. If not, then it could be my parathyroid. I was on GLP-1. I started on Ozempic, and after being on Ozempic for about maybe 2 months, they switched me to Trulicity to help with my type 2 diabetes. And I was on that for a year, a little more than a year. And one of the side effects of that is it can mess with your thyroid and your parathyroid. So is it far-fetched that it could be my thyroid? No, it's not far-fetched that it could be my thyroid. It could be. In which case, if it is, whatever it is, we'll address it. However, all of that to say that this past week, I was even looking at the calcium in vegetables, and I was eating the lowest calcium options that I had available. And I learned that hush puppies are full of calcium. I guess it's because it's got fortified grain. They're made with fortified cornmeal. So I would think that would be why hush puppies are very high in calcium. Green beans are pretty low. Apples are pretty low. Proteins, you gotta watch proteins, because I think beef has got, like hamburgers got the least calcium. Chicken and turkey. Turkey has more calcium than chicken. And the only thing I could think is that in the process of growing out the fowl, that they maybe, I don't know, maybe they're injecting them. I don't know. Or maybe that type of meat just automatically, has a higher calcium content. Who would have thought that meat has calcium in it anyway? But then you think about it, of course it's got calcium because they have calcium. But then plants, who would have thought plants have calcium? I mean, when I think about calcium, I think about milk and milk products, dairy products. So, and also, in addition to taking the Tums and having that iced coffee, I take a D3 K2 vitamin every day. So I'm saying all of this to say that over the last week, I've avoided my vitamin. I haven't done Tums. I've not drank any of no dairy, no butter, anything I was going to put butter in. I put olive oil in. So I have very much restricted my calcium. And I got on the scales this morning. I lost 3 pounds and I didn't change anything except for remove calcium. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm not exercised anymore. I mean, I'm pretty sedentary. I sell real estate and I'm, starting this doTerra business. So I'm pretty sedentary. I do a lot of computer work and a lot of marketing. So I've done nothing different. I've done a little bit more research, found out that calcium is an inflammation trigger. So by having the calcium, it makes your inflammation go up, and when your inflammation is higher, you're holding on to weight. You can't lose the weight because it's holding on to it. So that has just been a little insight that I've learned this week that I wanted to share. Sharing my journey, sharing the doTerra products, all of their wellness products. I just wanted to get on and share that. That was a huge learn this week about how much calcium we actually take in. So I read that the American standard diet recommendation for calcium is 1,000 milligrams a day. So I'm definitely not going to get anywhere near that. I don't think I would get more than that on the average day anyway. So anyway, I just wanted to get on here and share that. If you're struggling with inflammation and you know that you consume a lot of dairy or a lot of calcium, try cutting your calcium for a few days and see how you feel. I actually feel genuinely better. So I think I'm going to continue to watch my calcium. Anyway, this is Michelle. I hope that you all have a great evening, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.